doesn't matter what's going on, he's always in character.
Somebody told me, oh, nobody's interested in Elvis anymore. Wrong.
I mean, it felt like we were with the real Elvis there.
Rick's not just another Elvis impersonator. He gets into his life, he gets into his mind, he gets into what he thinks. When he's on stage, to be honest with you, he's Elvis Presley. He is dedicated to making it right.
Liked about this documentary is that it wasn't just about like his journey as a performer. It was kind of about his entire life and what like led him to perform, why he continues to perform, and it was real. It talked about, you know, the parts of his life that he, you know, did walk away from performing, or he, you know, the kind of the tragedy of losing his son and how that kind of led him back to performing or to sticking with it, and that he does have another job as well. It wasn't all about his performing and like his being an entertainer and that side of him. It was really a documentary about like him as an entire person, and I really appreciated that it was like so well rounded. It wasn't just a part of like one facet of his life, it was the entire thing.
I have to say my knowledge of impersonators before watching this film was that they were just enthusiasts who take it a step farther than most people do. In particular, when it comes to Elvis, I think of the cheesy, like having Elvis marry you in a Las Vegas chapel. But, you know, this was actually really cool to see the inside, or like the other side of it, and get an inside look on Rick's life. He is obviously very dedicated and very passionate to what he does, and it shows. He is like a professional to a T. My favorite part was the pure joy that the woman whose family hired him for her birthday party brought her. And she was like, that's my husband. She was so enamored and felt like he was really there and brought her so much joy. And like, what a special gift to be able to give somebody.
Yeah, I mean, I really like this. I thought it was really endearing. You know, the protagonist is very, you know, he's compelling and he has a really interesting perspective on the world, and so it's fun to see him kind of like navigating aging. It's also great to have, you know, to just, it would be interesting to watch anybody's life story, especially somebody who is like an Elvis impersonator. And yeah, I mean, there's just so many like really, it's just a lot of strong storytelling in this piece and strong filmmaking that helps accent it. You know, with docs, you kind of want to like, you know, you don't want to put your fingerprints all over it, and I feel like this one does a pretty solid job of just like standing back and letting the subject speak for itself. So yeah, I really dug it.
This one was very cute. It was very nice to see this story about the person transforming and being very resilient with what life threw at him and how it turned into an icon or an iconic figure for pop culture, and it was great.
I thought this one was a lot of fun. It's just definitely interesting to see the amount of work and even suffering that goes into making art. And I know me personally, when you think Elvis impersonators, and you immediately summon up these images of some tacky, sleazy Vegas chapels or something like that. But no, the fellow in this film, Rick, he's a true artist and he does a great job. He takes his craft very seriously. I liked how they showed, he has the technical side and the artistic side sort of mastered. And I mean, being the best in your field, there's no one else you'd want to take this journey with if you're watching a documentary about Elvis impersonators. So I think the filmmakers did a great job in their selections. They did a great job piecing it all together.
Drives a rig, is the lead Elvis impersonator. Is there anything this man is not doing? I really like Rick. I feel he's very humble despite his success as an impersonator, and also really down to earth. I enjoyed learning about him and watching him, the way he embodies Elvis. He's definitely an ace entertainer. This short felt like a full-length documentary, but in just under 25 minutes, and I really enjoyed it.
That gave us a little bit of insight into what Elvis would look like and sound like if he was alive today. Very interesting.
I'm an Elvis fan, so I'm an easy pleaser on this one. I love the sincerity and the down-to-earth quality of the guy, Rick Flores, and I thought the filmmaker presented him in a really positive, sincere light. And, it was just an enjoyable ride for someone who, obviously is a huge fan of Elvis and a very touching tribute to his son. So great storytelling, great filmmaking.